As we are going to look at marketing in today's business. Marketing in today's business. Because we have looked at manufacturers, producers, processors, wholesalers, retailers. After producing a particular good, then a business owner has to look at a viable means of marketing that particular product to his or her numerous customers. So marketing in today's business as a vehicle that is used towards making these goods and services available to our various customers. In the first instance, what is marketing mix? Basically, marketing mix is defined as a combination of marketing decisions that are used to make market-specific product over a specified period of time. The term is used to describe the ways of companies continuous or blend for the 4 P's. The 4 P's, we are referring to the marketing mix. The 4 P's, the products, the price, the place, the promotion. And we are looking at the particular product a producer or a manufacturer is making available to his numerous customers. Then you have to, like I said earlier on in the past classes, you have to produce what your customers want. You don't produce what your family members need, because your customers are the one you are producing for. So invariably, you have to take directives from them and produce exactly what they want. The next P is price. At what price are you going to make this product available to the customers? In Nigeria, we are practicing a capitalist system. In a capitalist system, and it is necessary that the price of demand, that is the forces of demand and supply, automatically determines the prices of commodities in the market. As a business owner, you have to factor in the cost of production. Factor in the cost of production and other costs before putting up your price. And that your price has to be subjected through empirical research in the market, because the forces of demand and supply automatically will determine whether that price will be acceptable or not. Then we have to look at the next P, which is the place. Where do you intend to sell this product after production? How do you intend distributing it as a business owner? All the processes you ensure in making this product and services available to your numerous customers has to be taken care of in the place. Then the last P is the promotion. You begin to think of a viable means, a vehicle that you will use in the course of promoting, advertising, branding, packaging, and other or what have you, towards making these products available and accessible to your numerous customers. We also look at product planning, which involves all activities a business owner or a producer embark upon in line with his distributors in the course of making the company's products available. Some of these planning include the products the company should make must be the one that is available for customers to purchase. It must also be expanded and simplified in each line. The product must be available at each time, so that there won't be a time you will look for this product without getting it in the market. A good example is Coca-Cola products and the Indomie products. I've never seen a time you will come to the market without seeing an Indomie product. They are consistent in terms of production. So we also have quality of the products. The quality must be very, very okay. You don't need to produce a substandard product for your numerous customers. So the product must be of a high standard. Then the product must also have a very good package and label. It must have a very good package and label. The essence of having this good package and label is for easy identification. In most cases, you see products in the market being customized by the manufacturer. The whole essence is to make it easily available for their numerous customers. So we also have types of products. We have consumer products and industrial products. Consumer products are those products we purchase for our immediate consumption in the course of satisfying our immediate curiosity in our respective homes. While we also have industrial products. By industrial products, we are referring to those products that will be required in the course of making further production in the industry. Though there are certain products we classify today as industrial products, but in some cases, we acquire them as consumer products. Example is tractor. When you purchase a tractor to use in your immediate home, not for the purpose of expanding or producing in large quantity for your customers, you are using a tractor to produce something for your immediate curiosity in your home. Such tractor is regarded as a consumer product because you are not using it in the course of producing for large number of people. But in a situation you acquire a tractor for the purpose of producing for a large number of people, maybe in a mechanized farming, such tractor is now regarded as an industrial product. So consumer product must be convenient. It must be shopping products. It must be consumer products. It must be special. It must be a specialty product. Specialty in the sense that that is what you need and you go for it. It must be unsought products, products that you don't need to look for at any given point in time. Whenever you go to the market, it is easily available. Invariably, it must be regular. It's not something that you will be looking for each time you come to the market to look for it. So we also have a product life cycle, which involves product development. It will also involve the growth of that particular product, its maturity, even its decline. Then how do we meet customers' needs? We meet customers' needs by making available exactly, by making the product available exactly the same way customers want it. And we motivate all these our customers by giving them exactly what they want, by satisfying them with the quality of goods and services we provide or we render to them. By so doing, we are motivating them. It also, as we are motivating them, it has to do with their emotion as well. And they haven't achieved all this, the patronage will also be there. Then let's look at market research. How do we carry out market research? What's the sense of carrying out market research? We carry out market research in two ways, by qualitative research and by quantitative. Qualitative is a process whereby we interview our customers concerning the product and what they want about that product. By qualitative, we are trying to be empirical in nature by printing questionnaires and distribute to our numerous customers where they will answer questions based on the options provided for them in the box. Then after which, we now analyze the data in an empirical way in order to arrive at a conclusion. So we look at pricing. I told you before that Nigeria is operating a free market economy, which is a capitalist economy. And being a capitalist economy, a producer cannot stay in his manufacturing base and say, this is exactly how much I'm going to sell the product, without putting into consideration the forces of demand and supply in the market. Because as you have offered your own price based on the demand, based on your supply, the demand will also has a role to play. Supposing you offer the product and nobody wants it, what do? Automatically, your price must be reduced in order to accommodate buyers. Let's look at packaging. After production, you look for a suitable way of packaging the product so that it will not damage, it will not spoil in the course of moving it from one place to another. I remember in those days, in the early 80s, if we are coming from East to Lagos, within Biniore Road, there was a high hill in that area. All these bottling companies, Nigerian breweries, all their trucks must fall down at that particular point. That time, they were using ordinary carton to package their drinks. But these days, they are now putting it in plastic crates, which is a better way of packaging. It's an improvement. Look at the bread we eat today. Before, they used to stack bread in the van, but now bread has gotten its own crate, so that no matter how you pack it, at the end of the day, the bread will still be fresh when you offload it. So packaging is very necessary in the life of any manufacturer, because if your product got spoiled or damaged as a result of packaging, nobody will buy a spoiled product. Promotion. We have discussed about promotion earlier on, which has to do with advertising and the ways in which you market and distribute your goods to your various customers. Distribution of goods and services. It has to be the function of the distributors, wholesalers, retailers. Wholesalers get the goods in large quantity from the manufacturers and sell in bits, or in most cases in bulk, to retailers. And retailers now retail in smaller units to the final consumers. We have come to the end of that, so we move quickly to entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship. Who is an entrepreneur? Someone who sees an opportunity and make proper use of the opportunity in the course of creating money for himself. Is a risk taker. An entrepreneur is a risk taker. In most cases, it is relatively a small business. From being a small business, an entrepreneur will now grow it into a big business in the course of producing goods and services. It could be service station, it could be print shops, appliance stores, restaurant, video stores, and so on. So let's look at the characteristics of an entrepreneur. The characteristics. An entrepreneur is always an independent person.
Dr. Kichuku, please, if you can hear me, we cannot. Please, the net.
Hello, so sorry for the break in transmission. We continue. Let's quickly look at functions of insurance. The functions of insurance. Collateral security. We use insurance policy as collateral security. Collateral security, maybe you want to borrow money from your bank. Bank will ask you for issues or property that you can just pledge in the course of borrowing that money. That is what I mean by collateral security. So you can use some of your insurance policy as collateral security in the course of borrowing or taking up loan from banks. Insurance also generates employment opportunities. As an insurance company, they engage in employing Nigerians or more people into the job. And the one job in insurance leads to another. Because one insurance job, automatically they have they have something to do in the bank, they have something to do in the real estate, because all these premium they collect from people, from their various clients, they always, in most cases, invest it in the real estate. They even, most of them are into importation as well. So insurance is a very good vehicle as far as employment generation is concerned. Foreign earnings. Insurance companies also help in foreign earnings, because some of these insurance companies here, they reinsure the policy with a bigger insurance company abroad, which we call reinsurance company. There is a difference between insurance company and reinsurance company. Reinsurance company takes bigger policies, bigger insurance risk, because in some cases, some of those products they insured locally here, the insurance company will also spread their risk by reinsuring it with a reinsurance company, so that if anything happens, the reinsurance company abroad will also come to their aid. So invariably, insurance company helps in foreign earning. Investment capital. Most people, all these premium they collect from their numerous clients, they also do what? They also raise that capital, make it available to businessmen and women each time they are looking for investment capital. We also look at loan facility. Insurance companies help businessmen in providing adequate loan facility for them to do their business. Loss control. In case of loss of any kind, insurance company always come to the aid of their clients by paying, if not in full, at least in parts. Loss prevention. Whenever you take insurance policy, you have succeeded in taking what? Loss prevention. You have prevented that, so that you will be doing your normal business without fear. Security, it is a means of security, because if anything happens, you have something that you can fall back upon. It is like a means of providing succor for your business. Social benefit. We also have social benefit, which includes stimulation of savings. Whenever you take insurance policy, it has helped you in stimulating your savings. A good number of insurance companies today in Nigeria, like ICO, they have succeeded in taking up deposits on daily basis from their numerous customers, just like the way banks are collecting deposits. Insurance companies are now helping their clients to save money by collecting deposits from them on a daily basis. It also is a stimulus to business enterprise. As a business owner, when you remember that you have a insurance policy on ground, it will help you to do your business without entertaining any fear. Business that you would have done ordinarily with fear, who knows whether these goods will get to my destination or not. So far you have insurance policy, you have succeeded in removing that fear outrightly. So let's look at types of risk. We have pure risk. Pure risk, we are looking at the possibility of loss or a non-loss situation. In other words, there are two possibilities. It is either there is a loss or there is no loss. Because when you are taking insurance policy, you are taking it on assumption or on that basis of uncertainty. You are not sure of what will happen to you or your business. We also have speculative risk. By speculative risk, we are looking at other types of risk, which is of three possibilities. There can be a loss situation, there can also be a non-loss situation, or even a profit. You are now making profit in a situation at the end of the day, there is no loss situation. What happens? Then you are now into profitability. Let's look at particular risk. We also have particular risk, fundamental risk. Then let's move straight to characteristics of an insurable risk. We have accidental risk, which has to do with insured risk concern. The occurrence of risks must be particularly unexpected. This kind of risk under accident is unexpected because nobody will wake up and say he or she will get accident today. It's unexpected. So invariably, it must be deliberately or intentionally caused by the insured. Neither should it be desired. It is not the desire of anybody to have such a risk. Insurable interest. Insurable interest has to come when relationship with the person insured is at stake. Here, financial interest of the subject matter of the insurance, and at the same time, he stands the benefit, that is the insurer stands the benefit of getting more money in the existence of such property or in case he suffers loss therein. We also have large number of similar risks. We have monetary measurements, particular risk. We also have purpose not contrary to public policy, pure risk only, rational premium, and others. Now let's look at unreasonable risk. By unreasonable risk, we are characterizing it as an insurable risk. It is appropriate at this point to consider specially risk and losses that are uninsurable. Here is a summary. The property of a person following an illegal profession. These ones are uninsurable, unnecessary. You don't need to take such unnecessary risk. I said the property of persons following an illegal profession. Because the profession is an illegal one, if anything happens, you're on your own. Property used for an illegal purpose. Look at some of all these drug barons. In most cases, if anything happens to them, the NDLEA will confiscate their property. So if you are doing anything with such people, you're on your own. Even their shares on the trading floor of Nigerian Stock Exchange, NDLEA will get a court order asking Nigerian Stock Exchange to put all those shares on lien. You can't sell it, you can't transact on it. So you have to be serious as a business person on the kind of people you deal with. So we also have losses as a result of delay, confiscation, detention by customs officers. Losses as a result of wear and tear or depreciations. Losses as a result of cleaning, repair, and restoring. Losses as a result of action of light or atmospheric condition. And losses as a result of any other gradually operating cause. All these ones are uninsurable risk. Risk can also be measured. We measure risk based on its frequency and its severity. We also have risk based on perils, hazards, physical hazards. By physical hazards, we are referring to those people that embark on maybe construction workers. When you see construction workers in a site, nobody knows tomorrow or what will happen to him or her in the course of doing the job in the site. Some of them, at times, you see a heavy object falling on their head, resulting to serious injury that can put them off for the rest of their life. So that is why it is necessary for every construction worker to be insured, so that if anything should happen to him or her, the lifetime of his loved ones or that of his children at school will not be affected. If you take up a policy in such a situation, if anything happens to the breadwinner, who is a construction worker, automatically children's education will continue. Children's education will not stop. Because he has taken up a worker compensation insurance policy, the insurance company will come to the aid of the family. And take proper care of them. So we are done with approaching. Be very, very careful and read effectively. So let's go back and look at communication. Let's look at communication. What is communication? A process of having effective discussion with people. And when we talk of communication, we are referring to effective communication. As a business owner, if you don't communicate effectively, nobody will buy your products. Their ability to sell your product or market your product depends on your effective communication. How effective is your communication is a vital tool. In some cases, you see some people in the business world staying from morning till night without selling anything. If you ask them, they will tell you, customers are not forthcoming. But to what extent have you informed your customers about the particular product you are selling? To what extent have you been able to market that product? So, in a nutshell, communication affects every aspect of our human endeavor. It forms all of our type opinion, action, occasioned by a need to interact with your fellow human being. So we have the processes which include the action. When you market a product, for instance, you have embarked on action. Your customer, the way your customer reacts is the reaction. If you are able to convince him enough to buy that product, he will react positively by paying for that particular product. But in a situation you are unable to convince him, automatically he has to switch to the next seller. We also have types of communication which has to do with written communication, the ones that are documented. In most cases, we use them for personal and business letters. We also have oral communication, which has to do with verbal communication. We also have intrapersonal communication. Intrapersonal communication has to do with ideas that you have construed in your mind. And you remember that it's not every idea that comes to your mind that you will bring out to the members of the public. There are certain ideas that will come to you. You will now nourish it, look at it critically to know whether it's worth disseminating to the public or not. That is intrapersonal communication. You are communicating with yourself. Then interpersonal is when you have looked at that communication and find out that it's worth releasing to members of the public. By so doing, you will now be communicating to one or two persons or more. We also have a group communication. When you are now communicating to a large number of people, it may be through mass media and other forms. We also have, let's quickly look at qualities of a good communicator. As a good communicator, you must have ability to maintain a balanced communication flow. Balanced communication flow, even if there is distraction along the line, you still remain focused. You are in control of your communication. We also have, ability to manage interference. People, if this one happens in an interview, you receive one question at times, another person will ask you another one at the same time. How do you manage it? How do you manage it? I'll soon round up. So reality, we have reality, sensitivity, timing, and the ability to